Hey guys, what's going on? Needs more drums back in Griffin, Indiana in our low-key farming series in Farming Simulator 22. So today, beautiful morning here in Griffin in the countryside. Just gonna load up these bales, stack them in the barn, and yeah, after that, probably just gonna actually gonna get a plow and toss a field. So yeah, a lot of work ahead of us. But actually, you know what? Before I even do anything, I'm gonna do something that is quite necessary given the state of our fuel. Um, Instead of going to the gas station, I actually have a few fuel tanks that we can purchase here. So let's actually do this first. Whenever I'm in the store, I always like to slow down time just because I feel like it's getting wasted. Oh, ooh, look at this. Ooh, a used tractor for 20 grand. Tempting. Very tempting. I don't think we have the money though to spend 20 grand on a tractor, sadly, even though we could get probably a front loader attachment. Yeah, we can. Oh, that's a shame. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We probably don't. We don't need it. We don't need it. Next year we'll get something. But I mean next year in the game that is. But yeah, let's see for now. What was I just gonna do? Oh yeah. I wanna go to this store. And then I believe it's under container. Yep. So we can get a few different kind of fuel tanks. We can get a small one, we can get a medium one. Do I have any more? Fuel station. That's a little too big for our needs, I think. I think this one's gonna be just fine. Just make sure I know how to rotate. There we go. Cool. Yeah, I think I'll probably just put this right here by the barn. Seems like a good spot. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Perfect. All right, now we can refuel our tractor. Actually, I gotta refill this first. I know fuel's like so expensive. That's gonna be like the number one thing that we spend money on is gonna be just fuel. And I do have the consumption set to high because I feel like when you have it to the regular setting, I feel a lot like I fuel up my tractors once a year. But obviously that's, you know, just not even realistic at all. I would much prefer to do it a little more frequently. So yeah, this is, you know, a little more accurate given the span of time and stuff that the speed of time in this game and everything. So speaking of which, gotta bring that back up. But yeah, so that's why I kind of like to have that. But let's see how this works here, because I've actually never used one of these. I think all that I do is, let's see, let's lower this down. Looks like I just kind of go, wait, it's wrong button. I think I gotta go from the side though. Like this way. Oh yeah, see what I gotta do. Okay. This may not be as fun as I thought. But this is what you get when you buy a tractor without a front loader, so I guess it's my own fault, right? No big deal. Just kind of go like this, right? Yep, there we go. Alright, well there's one. I got, good thing I don't have too many bales, because this would take forever. But that's fine. Plus this thing was only like, I think when I bought it at the store, it was like 2,000 bucks or something. Come on, that's a steal compared to some of these bale collectors are, you know, thousands of dollars. And again, you know, if I had a little more ooh, you know what, actually I might not be able to stack these in the barn because I don't think I can get into the barn. Oh, oh jeez. Well, that's not great. Oh, come on. This is just all types of messed up. Well, I'm gonna find a way to flip that over later. In the meantime, I'm gonna stack these. You know what? Let's see. Where should I put these guys? I don't want to put them next to the gasoline. That's not a great idea. You know what? I'm gonna put them right over here by the silo. That seems like a good spot. Alright, let's see if I can flip this guy over just by kind of running into it here. Yes. Sometimes the simplest solution is often the best. I'm not complaining. Yeah, so how are you guys doing? I'm doing all right. Back in Farming Simulator. Always fun. Always very relaxing. What a great game. Whoever thought. I remember I was talking to my cousin one time about stuff like this, you know, like games like oh, come on. Wait, what does this do? Ah, look at that. Oh, I guess that doesn't really matter because our bales are the smallest ones anyway, but that's convenient though for loading like that. But anyway, yeah, me and my cousin one time were talking about that and saying like, oh, we can do this too. Ah, very convenient. Learn something new every day, I guess. But yeah, we were talking about like how games like you know, he's really into what's it called? The flight simulator. And I was saying, you know, how I like to play Farming Simulator. And he was like, you know, sometimes it's nice to just have those games that are really really relaxing, and you could just kind of chill out and take your mind off things. And I think that's why people like games like Farming Simulator and Truck Simulator and Flight Simulator, you know, because simulator games, like, you don't really have to, there's no challenging, I mean, I guess it can be challenging at times if you make it challenging, but for the most part, you know, there's nothing really challenging about plowing a field. You kind of just get to take your mind off things and kind of do what you want. And I think that's why some people kind of like these games, especially me, because, you know, like this and City Skylines even, it's a great game to just play and create and not have to worry about, you know, beating a mission or something, or, you know, having to get frustrated. And I talked about this in like my last video when I was ranting about Call of Duty, but it still holds true. You know, I always enjoy games like this where I can just sit back and relax, and in this case, pick up some hay bales and put them in a pile where I can wait for them to ferment and then sell them later for hopefully a significant profit. But I guess we'll see. Oh, come on. Man, this thing is just not working for me today. I know this is literally like the worst way to move bales, but you know what, I actually want to pick that back up because I want to put them in some nice even rows. Gotta be very careful here. Let's see. Let's go like that. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna pick this up. And then how do I this up and down? Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's do that. Let's not go too fast. I'm gonna go back up. See, this guy even is starting to fall off, man. What the heck? I feel like that shouldn't be doing that. Something is wrong. Something is wrong here. Now this, what does this do? Now can I? Oh, I see. So that's how you're supposed to transport them. Well, let's back this up. And can I just like and I guess that works. And I've got this big gap between them, but whatever. We'll take what we can get at this point, you know. It's fine. Well, the thing, I'm gonna go round up the rest of these, and then I will talk to you guys in a little bit when we're ready to start plowing some fields, just in time for September. Actually, you know what I want to look at though, real quick, before I make the decision to plow the field. I need to check the crop calendar and kind of make a decision about what I want to plant. So I think what I'm gonna do, yeah, that's not gonna. Actually, it might. Actually, it might. I think that might work. So what I was planning on doing is maybe trying to get 2 yields a year. And if I time it right, I should be able to plant a grain crop or canola. I get no, actually not canola. No, it'd have to be a grain crop. So either wheat or barley, and then I should be able to harvest it and then have time to plant. Oh wait, no, I was looking at the wrong thing. Ah, dang it! I could do it with soybeans maybe. No, because that overlaps with the planting. I guess I could do it with soybeans if I really wanted to. You know, plant soybeans early, harvest them early enough, plant wheat, harvest it early enough. I don't know though, because those are yeah, I guess that's not gonna work. I'm just gonna have to plow the fields and wait to plant corn in the fall. I really kind of wanted to have a planter and for this series, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna wait, plant some corn. So it's okay. I thought yesterday when I was looking at it, I swear I was like, oh man, like I think there's a way that I can plant. For some reason, I thought it was corn and soybeans. I was like, oh, I can plant corn, you know, and then I can plant soybeans like right after I harvest the corn. And I got super excited. And I was like, oh man, I can use two different. I can have 2 yields in one year. And I was like, this is great, but I guess not. I was definitely wrong in that assumption. So, whoops. But that's okay. No big deal. I'll just stick with one crop. And maybe plant, you know, 2 at a time in different fields. But like I said, I was just gonna get a planter. I wasn't even gonna get a seeder for right now. I kind of wanted to do something a little different because I always just have a seeder. I never ever buy planters. Even though I think, at least in Farming Simulator 19, at least, the wheat was the most profitable crop because you could bale it. And if you actually, you know, harvested it and then baled it and sold the grain and the straw, you could make the most money per harvest out of like any other crop. I thought. Now though, you know, who knows if that's still the case? I bet it is, but I'm just sick of planting wheat. I plant wheat like all the time, and I just don't want to plant it. So maybe we'll try something a little bit different. I know corn is a lot of work because you have to plow in between each harvest, I believe, which kind of sucks, but you know what? It's fine. Could be worse. Let's see if I can do this here. I might be able to slip these guys right in between this one. No, I definitely can't. What I will do though is bring that back over there. That's fine. Whatever. I know it's not the most organized, but it'll work. And if it makes us money, that's really all that matters. So, yeah, I think one of the first things I want to invest in is some sort of I don't know, maybe getting like a grain truck or something, and then I'd like to get a better way to move bales. You know, I really should just invest in like a little loader, so I can, you know, move pallets and bales around pretty easy. I think I might just get like a little, if there's ever a used Bobcat or like a really small tractor that has a front loader capability, which I'm sure there are plenty, but it would be even better if it was on the used market. But I'll see. I'll take a look at the shop a little later and see what we could purchase. But for now, this is doing the job just fine. And I guess now that I'm kind of getting the hang of it, I can't really complain. Fold it up. These guys ain't going nowhere. It's always a gamble, like with my steering wheel, you know, whether or not I get force feedback, because sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just like is what it is. So I just kind of gotta Oh, wait, nope, don't want to do that. Wrong button. There we go. So today I don't have force feedback. Last episode I did. I think the episode before that I did, but today I don't. So all good, but you know, it's just kind of funny because like sometimes I just never know. Just never know if I'm gonna get it or not. What I am gonna do is this and kind of line these up a little bit. Yeah, I know this is like extremely, you know, whatever, but oh, that's not gonna work. Gotta get it like right with the wheel, or not the wheel weight, the front weight. I figured I could just maybe push it a little bit. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Tractor's too high. All good. Well, we tried. We are balling on a budget here at the Needs More Drums farm in Griffin, Indiana. Can't catch a break. Can't catch a break at all. But for what it's worth, I gotta say, 300 grand. I was kind of surprised that we're in this good of a spot and have, you know, some land to work with. We have a decent tractor with, you know, enough horsepower to kind of run any of the tools, I would say. So yeah, I really can't complain about this at all. Sorry, I'm trying to drive and talk and I just can't. I just don't know where I'm going. But anyway, yeah. So overall, not a bad start to a little farm, and it'll be interesting to see how you know, if we start making a little more money and kind of shy away from buying like a harvester. I don't think we need to buy a big combine right away or anything. So, oh no, install the engine again. I'm doing that a lot lately in this game because I can't feel my clutch, you know, like I can in my car. Get up there. There we go. Decent. I have the, sorry if I keep turning on my lights, I have the buttons programmed on my steering wheel where my B button is, I have the Xbox version, so my B button is to switch between forward and reverse, so I don't actually have to like reach, you know, you go between forward and reverse so many times in this game. I just didn't want to keep reaching down on my keyboard to do it, so I programmed it to my steering wheel. But then Y is my headlight, so a lot of times what will happen is like I'll be having my you know, be trying to change direction, and then I'll have the wheel turn, so then I'll actually accidentally press the Y button instead of the B button, and yeah, that's why my headlights keep coming on. So sorry about that, but hope you understand that, you know, the struggle is real. So it's all good. I have this really depressing looking stack of bales. I'm gonna try to plow around those because I don't want to have those take up too much of the field space that we need, which is, you know, very important, especially when we don't really have much. It's funny, like I look at comparison, I say, oh man, we got like a nice little bit of land here to get the farm started on, and then I look at like all of the fields in this map, and I'm like, wow, our fields are literally microscopic compared to the rest of the map. So oh well. But who knows, you know, maybe we'll if we stay away from buying a lot of, you know, equipment right away and kind of work with what we got, I bet you we can actually expand pretty quickly and you know, get enough money to buy some more land and expand the farm a little bit, even with the equipment that we got, because I feel like we're still gonna have a lot of downtime in the year, even after we plow and plant everything. You know, we should have some time. Oh, come on. I wish these things were like the other tools where they kind of had like an optional auto load feature, because sometimes it's a little bit annoying to have to be super spot on with it, especially bales, with the way that the bales physics are. You know, you got to be kind of real careful, and yeah, it's just kind of annoying. That's fine, I guess, whatever. Makes it more realistic. Got to actually do the work, so I guess that's cool. Alright, and there we have it. That's all of our bales. Let's see how many we have. 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. Not bad. I forget how much silage is a liter, But actually, let's see here. So if we look at the market, what should we be expecting here for silage? So silage, I think we should sell. Looks like February is the time to sell, kind of right at the new year, and about 340 bucks. So let's say we get 300 bucks a liter. I'm gonna do some quick math here. So 300 bucks. Is it? No, it's not. It's not a liter. I think it's per 1,000 liters. So if we have 3,500 liters times 13 bales equals that divided by 1,000. I think it's 45.5 times. Oh, 13 grand, 13,650. Hopefully that's right. I think that's just the price per 1,000 liters. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it is. So if that's the case, then yeah, like we're in pretty good shape. I'm very happy with, 13 grand or whatever. So yeah, I'm not gonna complain about that. Considering that it only cost us, we're making a profit on that. I think the first year, because I think the mower was only like 9 in this thing. We'll make a couple $1,000 profit, but I think if we, did that another year, maybe one year we just cut, where I might always leave a little bit of grass. Oh, well, then we rented that baler too and stuff. I don't know. We don't have to purchase equipment. You might be in pretty good shape actually to do that again and make a better profit. So for now, that's all right. But what I can do too is actually, after we harvest the corn, which I think happens in actually I don't know if it happens in the fall or not. But either way, whenever we harvest the corn, maybe we'll have some time to get a mowing in there still in the same year. Sometimes you can kind of do that, but we'll see what happens. For now though, let's head to the store and go and buy a plow, because we need to do that next. All right, so I actually downloaded a couple of modded plows, because the ones that we only have like 2 options for less than 100 horsepower, and these are both just not. I mean, this one is freaking tiny, and this one is it's okay. But I found these ones, these AgroMash ones, and this one specifically. Well, actually, all these. I mean, this is 1.6, 1.2. It only takes 70 horsepower. I mean, it's a no-brainer for me. I'm definitely about to get this one. So, and I think we probably don't need to lease it. But how much is it? 220 bucks. But if we're gonna be planting every year, I guess it doesn't hurt. This is tough. Yeah, why not? I think I'm gonna get some wheels on it too. Looks nice. Share knives. What does this do? Sometimes these things have some different customization options, and I actually just don't know what they do. So, like for example, like I have no idea what that does and why it costs more money, but that's cool. Main color red, or red. I don't know. What do we want? I like red. I mean, that is my favorite color. So, oh, it costs 100 bucks to get it from red to red. So I guess we're just gonna make it red. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. Whatever, man. All right, so let's go hook this up and get this back to the farm, and I'll see you guys in a second. All right, so here we are back at the farm. Just gonna select this to allow create fields, because that is what we want. What we want to do. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. And I'm actually probably just gonna plow these, and then I know it's gonna be like really slow though, so that's fine. I don't want to mess. Got to be careful that my lines are straight. That's all. Oh, does the wheel not turn? That's awkward. Oh, there we go. So I'm not gonna go right up to the road, but I guess as close as we can. This is not bad. And it's cool because I can, you know, since this is like in line with the map, I can keep an eye on my little angle down at the bottom and make sure, you know, it's 270. Make sure that I'm pretty in line with everything. This is always kind of the tough part, is like making sure these corners are really straight. So kind of got to do a little bit of a pre-planning here, which is good. Yeah, like right here, you know, just put this down. Perfect. Yeah, and like I said, don't want to go all the way up to the road, but this is like just good enough. A little bit of a hill there, so that's, oh well. And this guy's probably not going to be totally square. I might actually just go with the kind of follow the tree line here. Use that, kind of use all the land, because a couple extra 100, you know, if we can get 100 or so liters out of this, out of our crop, I mean, hey, you know, more crop, more money. So definitely not gonna waste any of the land that we got. That's why our plowing fields in this game is so satisfying. This and cultivating are like two of my favorite things, but you know, that's cool. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this field, and then I know it's gonna take me a while. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and plow all of them, and then I'll touch base with you guys when I am done. Alright, and that's our first field all plowed and ready to go. I know I made a little mistake there, but that's alright, not too bad. Just more crops, so yeah, can't complain. But yeah, let's go head over to the next one. Alright, just got done plowing our second little field here. Now we can go and head over to the main field and get that one all done. Yeah, and I mean, the reason that I'm not, you know, recording every single second of me plowing is because it takes a little while, and honestly, I just kind of like to put on some music and, you know, plow these fields, and I don't know what to talk about for, you know, the 45 minutes that it takes me to do this, and plus the video would be super long. So yeah, sorry if you want to see, you know, more of some of the plowing of the fields and the seeding and all the stuff that takes long, then by all means let me know and I'll make it happen. But yeah, for now this is I like this because I can just kind of chill out and put on some music, especially a little bit of country, not gonna lie. I know I used to say when I was younger, people would ask me like, oh, what's, like, you know, what music do you like and this and that, and I'd be like, anything but country, you know, I don't like country. And then as I've gotten older, I've actually gotten a little bit of an appreciation for it, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, can't complain. Especially, you know, when since I got a guitar not too recently. I guess fun fact of the day for the farming simulator videos, at least, I said this in one of my old City Skylines videos, but yeah, I actually recently bought a guitar. I've been a drummer for, oh geez, like 15, 16 years now at this point. I mean, it's been a long time I've been playing. So yeah, you know, it's kind of like, I feel like I've learned enough to where, you know, I feel comfortable with my playing, and I feel like you know, I'm competent. And I do want to post some videos of, you know, some drum covers and stuff, because I bought a whole setup, you know, recording setup, interface and microphones and everything last year, and I actually never I haven't recorded anything yet because time just kind of got away from me. And yeah, I know it's already almost been a year already since like last Christmas, but yeah, like I said, time just got away from me, and I just I didn't feel like setting it up, because it takes a little bit to set up, and you know, then I you know, always had, like, over the summer I always had gigs, and you know, I do the sound for our band, so I'd have to break down the microphones and stuff anyway to bring them to the shows. So I was like, well, kind of what's the point, you know, we'd have practices so much. It was just like, I never felt like I had a good solid chunk of time to record. But now, you know, coming up here in the winter, I think I'm gonna really dedicate some days to it. I've been, getting a little more familiar with audio and mixing and everything, and so I think that I'd have a decent handle on it. I think I would, it would sound okay, and at least the mix wise, and I think the drums would be all right. So yeah, I think I might actually try that out, in the winter, kind of around Christmas time or something. So yeah, stick around because maybe some drum videos will be coming your way too. But anyway, just wanted to prove my point that I actually am competent, and I will prove my competence at one point, just not today. But anyway, yeah, since I've been playing drums for so long, kind of thought it was time for a change. I really wanted to learn something new, and I've been learning some new songs on drums and stuff, and kind of some ways to challenge myself. But still, I just kind of wanted to start completely new. And I think one thing that I always kind of lacked being a drummer that I always wanted to learn was, you don't learn any music theory. And when I was in high school, and part of my high school marching band, and did drumline and stuff in the fall, but then in the spring and the winter we would do concert season. So we'd trade our drums for our snare drums and our quads and our bass drums. We'd trade them for some mallets, and we'd play marimba and timpani and pitched percussion instruments, right? So a marimba, and it's basically like it's a giant xylophone, it's a giant piano essentially, right? So that it's got the same keys, the key layout, so you can learn your theory and stuff, and practice your scales. And so that was really nice to be able to learn some of that. And then we would also do a percussion ensemble. So I remember there's this one piece that we played. It was a marimba quartet was the instrumentation for it. So we had 4 people, and we all put our marimbas. I remember we had to set them up in like a square. It was like a square of marimbas, and we all played it, and it was a really cool song. I forgot what it was called. It was called a Impessuamente or Impessuamente or something. Impessuamente, something like that. But yeah, nonetheless, it was really cool, and it was hard. It was really fast, and I remember to get everything kind of lined up, it was really important that everybody was in sync, because then it sounded like trash. So yeah, it was a tough piece, and Impessuamente, I think it was called. Or maybe I'm thinking of something else. But anyway, yeah, it was a cool song, and that got me kind of really into a little bit of music theory, and I can at least learn my scales and learn different key signatures and everything. But yeah, so learning guitar, I feel like for me, whenever I'm in band practice and something doesn't sound right, I could say I kind of have an ear for it, but I just don't really know what I'm talking about. In terms of key signatures, and if a song isn't, I feel like somebody's playing the wrong chord, I cannot, other than saying that sounds wrong, I can't really say anything constructive, because I just don't know what I'm talking about. So something that would be nice about theory is being able to kind of communicate with my bandmates a little bit more, and have a better sense of what they play, as opposed to just kind of sitting back and keeping the beat. So yeah, I decided to pick it up, and my brother's a guitar player, and so he, we got tons of guitars in the house, but I thought I'd get my own. I went and got it's a GNL Telecaster model. It's called the ASAT Classic is the name of it. But apparently GNL has some, I gotta look up the history of it. I know my brother told me, but I kind of forgot. But I think GNL has a history with Fender. It's one of the people that originally was from Fender, branched off and kind of started his own company, and it was GNL. So then, but they still have rights to the design, so they look like Fenders, but they're not. So for example, my Telecaster model, I mean, it literally looks like a Telecaster. They also have a Strat model, and from what I hear though, is that they're actually, the thing is they're not, since they're not Fender, they're not as expensive. You're not paying for the well-known brand name of Fender, I guess. And so my brother was saying, he was telling me when I was kind of looking for a guitar, he said, dude, just get a GNL, because for what you want, I mean, a GNL is a really, for the money, he said it's a really good guitar for the money, and you're gonna have trouble finding a guitar of that quality at that same price point. Because I wasn't looking for the $1,000 plus guitars. I was looking for the $500-600 range, like not the beginner guitar, but not like the professional, like I'm a gigging musician type of guitar, you know. And I just didn't know, I didn't need anything, I didn't want anything that nice, because I really feel like I would kind of take it for granted and not really know like what I'm playing. And kind of, I feel like when you get into guitars at that price range, you know, you want to you know what you like and you know what you want. And so, like, yeah, if I were to spec out some custom drum set, you know, I know exactly what sizes I would get, I know exactly what wood I would get, you know. It's like I know what I want with drums, but I don't know that with guitar. So I thought it something kind of in the middle of the road, where I'm not, you know, I can afford something decent, but I didn't want to, you know, pay something that was kind of not realistic for my skill level, and, you know, something though that will still last me a long time and was somewhat quality. So yeah, the G&L seemed like a good bet. I remember I talked to the bass player in my band, you know, and I was like, hey, you want to come and help me? You play guitar a little bit. You want to come and help me look at a guitar? Because my brother was at school, and we ended up going to the music store, and I you know, saw it sitting there on the wall, and something about any instrument really, you know, guitars and drums especially. I mean, they're just works of art. I mean, you look at the different wood grains and the different colors, and like something about people may try to tell you, and I haven't heard anybody tell me this, but I'm sure there are people out there that think this, that, you know, if you're looking at an instrument, that the way it looks is not important. And my brother and I both completely disagree with that statement, because, you know, he even told me, he was like, look, if a guitar feels good and it sounds good, but you don't like the way it looks, it's your instrument, and that's actually, like, that actually matters. You know, you want to enjoy picking up that instrument and showing it off and being able to play it. And, you know, if you're going out and doing gigs in front of people, you want to feel confident on stage, and, you know, you want to be proud of the instrument that you own. And I'm like, you know, that's really true, because, you know, a lot of times people will tell you that looks and you know, the color of your guitar or drums or whatever, or the finish on it just doesn't, oh, it's not important if it looks, you know, like, if you don't like the color. But it is important, because, you know, if you like something, if you like an instrument, and, you know, you're going to want to play it more, and it's going to motivate you to practice, and then you're just going to be better. So, I mean, I don't see why that's not a factor, and you shouldn't settle for something that you don't want. And so, yeah, you know, I played a few different guitars, and there were a couple that I played that felt good and that were the same price and you know, good quality. And I said, but really it came down to the color, and because and the one that I ended up getting, it's the color is emerald blue with like that dark red turtle shell pick guard, you know, like kind of accent, and it's got the dark wood neck. I don't know if any of you guys know what I'm talking about, but if any of you guys are guitar players who do know what I'm talking about, yeah, you'll know. So, like, it's got the emerald blue is actually a really cool color. It's got what do you call it? It's like a sparkle, like kind of a almost a turquoise, or like a sea blue sort of. It's got a little, like, kind of a dark greenish tint to it in a way, but yeah, it's a super cool color, and it sparkles, you know, like under the light. And the pick guard, you know, it's like, it doesn't match, but it doesn't match in a cool way. Like, I really like it. So yeah, I said, you know what, I like that one, I'm gonna get that one. And I just went ahead and just bought it, because I said, why the heck not? Like, it motivated me to you know, start learning something new. So yeah, I'm really excited. I was kind of bummed the past couple weeks, because I was so busy with work, you know, a few weeks ago, that I just couldn't, I didn't have time to play. But now I do, and I'm gonna, you know, really kind of learn and just take my time with it. But you know, yeah, I'm enjoying it so far, and it's a nice, it's refreshing to learn something new. So with that being said, we just finished up plowing our field. So there's my fun fact for the day. I own a guitar now, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video, where we will get our planter, buy some seeds, and start planting some corn. Well, actually, probably not yet. We probably gotta wait till the spring or whatever. But in the meantime, have a great rest of your week. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.